Be prepared for something big to happen over the next few days in the crypto market, because we have some breaking news to share with you all today relating to the ETFs, more particularly the SEC. But I'm going to break down what I believe is happening. Plus, we do have a few very important opinions to also share as well that will weigh in on what comes next. And what comes next could be big, especially if you are an altcoin buyer. We might have some fantastic opportunities on the near horizon. So what has happened? Well, the SEC put this particular tweet out moments ago. They said today the SEC grants approval for Bitcoin ETFs for listing on registered national exchanges, so on and so forth. Now, this was later to be found irrelevant. This was found to be a so-called hack. This was their immediate following up tweet. The SEC X account was compromised and an unauthorized post was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin ETF products. This was very controversial because, as many people have weighed in, this tweet didn't seem like a typical hack. There was no link attached to the post at all, which means that you couldn't be susceptible to a phishing scam or any sort of virus or scam in that case, which is typically what happens when a big account is hacked, particularly when it comes to crypto. And also, as Ryan Sean Adams over here mentions, if they were compromised, they definitely got their account back very quickly after that was posted, because again, this was actually posted very quickly after that initial post was then deleted and posted itself. So this, of course, sent Bitcoin parabolic, about 10% gained pretty quickly here over the course of a few hours. And then, of course, when that announcement came out that they were apparently hacked, it dropped Bitcoin's price down to about 6% from top to bottom, okay? Now, this was interesting because the Block News recently posted this, where CNBC stated that actually it wasn't the SEC's account that was hacked, it, of course, was X. Shifting the blame. Now, it makes sense, right? As the SEC is a government body who kind of specializes in preventing cyber hacks, it would make sense that CNBC would kind of want to prevent people from believing that the SEC could make a monumentous F-up like they have. But there are some interesting theories here, right? One interesting theory is that maybe it was a scheduling error. Maybe one of the interns or someone accidentally was having a bad day, which could have happened, and scheduled it for today instead of tomorrow or the following day. The other theory is that maybe BlackRock or one of these big ETF issuers paid off someone in the SEC to, of course, create this fake pump. The fake pump happened. It allowed these issuers to get their tokens out they might have previously been buying, make a profit, and then, of course, buy Bitcoin cheaper when the market panics based on this FUD, okay? So this was a couple of theories mentioned over here by a gentleman who I hold to a very high regard in crypto, Siam, and this was what he theorized. And I want you to pay attention to this because, again, what might happen over the next few days or weeks here is basically what he's predicting. In any case, this gives them the chance to say that they're not rejecting the ETFs, but pausing them for the moment whilst they're being investigated, because of course they manipulated the market. All right, the market pumped, dumped, and it was all because of a false tweet, or at least a tweet that wasn't prepared, to come out on the day it did. Market dumps as everyone is so giga-long, and it gives big entities exit liquidity to dump and short on the market. But that's what I would do if I was a Goldman Sachs trader with a big balance behind me. BlackRock and cronies get to scoop up more Bitcoin for a bit of a bargain. Investors now will be more cautious the next announcement date, and all will go ahead smoothly. So, will this mean that when we are actually approved, if we're not initially paused, that people might be a little bit more hesitant initially to when they're all approved? Will it have as much gains? I'm not too sure, okay? This is most definitely something that goes beyond our scope because we don't know for certain, and we wouldn't put it past, or at least I wouldn't put it past these large entities to do this manipulation on the back end. Everyone has a price for something, okay? Now, this has caught the attention of Congress. One of these senators over here wants the SEC to provide answers on what happened. So this will be escalated. This is some pretty big stuff because you can damn well bet people lost money in this move, okay? So with that said, look, I think the moral of the story here is to keep your eyes glued. I do news videos every single day in crypto, so you're going to want to subscribe to be glued without doing any extra work yourself. But of course, be ready, be on Twitter, be listening out for anything that might happen over the next few days, especially if they pause, because this might give us a better opportunity to buy into some altcoins, maybe even Bitcoin for cheaper, depending on what happens. Be prepared, guys. All the best, and please be very careful out there. Talk to you soon.